Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Samantha Weisbach, pronouns she, her. I'm the owner and general manager here at Dancewear Center. And I'm joined today by a very special guest. I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Marika Jaffe, pronouns she, they. I'm the executive director and instructor at the dance school in Everett. I also teach at a few studios in the greater Seattle area. Yeah, I'm happy to be here today.
Oh, awesome. We're so excited to have you. We would love to start by just asking drop us in a little bit, tell us a little bit about your dancing journey.
Yes. So as a young child, I would dance around my house, specifically to MC Hammer's You Can't Touch This. So I would dance all day, every day to that song. And I think my parents did not like, and they loved it. They loved it. But anyways, there became a point where they were trying to figure out how to help me get that energy out. So my aunt came over, who was a dance teacher at the time. And after watching me dance to that song a few times, she said, you should sign her up for dance class. That gets her out of the house and you don't have to listen to that song every day. So at the age of 4, I was signed up for my first creative movement class. By the age of 8, I became that dancer that was in, 10 or more classes a week. I was obsessed with all styles of dance. In middle school, I was in competition team. And then in 8th grade, I saw this ad for a hip hop team. They were having an audition. I thought, well, I take a hip hop class, let me see. But it was like a totally different experience for me. And I just fell in love with hip hop. So I quit competition team and was in hip hop for my entire high school years. Then I moved to Thailand and I started a dance club at my college. And I was teaching dance over there, mostly for youth who had seen dance on TV, but may have never been able to have access to a dance class. So it was really fun for me to teach kids that literally had never taken any sort of dance class, or maybe it's like Thai traditional dancing, but nothing that they've seen on TV. And then I moved back to the States and I started teaching at a few studios. And a few years ago, I became the director of the dance school. And so now I'm here.
So cool. Such a fun journey. You've done a little bit of like everything.
Yes. It's
Oh.
definitely, I just love all the styles. So I was always that one that just couldn't have enough of dance. But it's just so fun to, at different ages in my life, I've kind of shifted in different ways. And it's really cool to see how dance has been part of my life throughout all of this.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Well, cool. Can you tell us a little bit about why you applied to be a DWC ambassador?
Yes, I applied because I love shopping at the store in Kirkland. It's my go-to spot. I think everyone's so knowledgeable. And especially when you're teaching for 20 hours a week, to have someone that knows shoes and, oh, have you tried this? And I love watching the social media and really the community that's been built with Dancewear Center and seeing the application. I thought, I really want to be a part of this and sharing my story, but also getting to know other people in the Seattle area.
I know that's been a big piece for everyone is like getting to it's something I don't think people consider sometimes. It's like, yeah, you get to be in this cohort, you get to meet other people, and it's very cool. It's very nice.
It is. It's very nice.
Yeah. Cool. Well, can you tell us a little bit about what your favorite thing about dance is?
Yes, my favorite thing about dance is that no matter kind of where you are, there's always some sort of movement that feels good. Whether that I'm sitting in a chair or I have space in my living room. As a child, I didn't like talking. So I also love that you don't have to talk. You can show up to a class and say no words and still have this great experience. If you ask people from my childhood, they'd be shocked that I was a dance teacher now and a director of a studio. They're like, you were so quiet. But I think through dance, I was able to find like my internal voice to where I ended up being comfortable with talking to people. But I mean, under the age of 12, you could not get a sentence out of me. Yeah. But dance, yes, I just love that you can express yourself. You can if you're feeling like it's a bad day, I can just go move a little bit and then I just feel a little bit better. So
I love that. And then kind of a little bit on the flip side, what has been your biggest challenge within the sphere of dance? And trying to kind of follow that up, what kind of advice would you have for other people that might be struggling with the same thing?
yes. Biggest challenge. I can think of two. One is finding, as a dance teacher, it's hard to find time to dance for myself. I'm choreographing for classes, I'm teaching classes, but to actually find time where either I'm a student or I'm just free dancing at home, it's kind of hard. So what I've started to do in the past year is I actually schedule time in my calendar where it's an hour where I tell my husband I'm in the dance room, don't bother me. I'm just going to dance for myself. And I think it's really important where, especially if you're just a busy person, it sounds silly to schedule it within your calendar, but that works for me. Then I know I can't schedule anything during that time. Another challenge, I think I was 10 or 11, and I had a jazz teacher who would yell at me to suck in my stomach. And I'm talking about literally pausing the music mid-routine and telling me to suck it in. And that, mind you, that was 10 or 11. So here I am 20 years later, and I still have stomach issues where I'm always looking in the mirror. And I think, that just that one season where every class was yelling at me, it really affects me. And I make sure in my classes that we're welcoming for everybody. I don't think me having maybe a small belly, which I didn't at the time, but to yell at someone, especially a child, is just not necessary. And so I think my advice for everyone is, if you are at a place where someone is yelling at you about your body, or you need to, there's one thing to like engage your core for a move, but to say, hey, you need to suck it in, your belly's coming out, is just really unnecessary and not a safe space to be in. So definitely there are studios that are welcoming. There are places that you feel like you can just be yourself. And I would encourage anyone to go out and find that if that's not what they have at the moment.
Yeah, I love that. That's super important. And yeah, I think just to add on to that, if anybody has any questions, like, we have a lot of resources, like reach out, we can kind of help you find the lay of the land. There's so many incredible, like I think we're very lucky living in the greater Seattle area. We have so many phenomenal places. And so you
We
can
do
definitely
so
find
many.
so many. So like you can find a safe space, no matter where your region is here. So yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Um, cool. So, I know, so you are, you're a school director. What kinds of events do you have coming up? Do you have any shows coming up? Are you performing anything? What do you want to share with us?
Yes, we have quite a few events coming up. So, as a nonprofit, we apply for many grants throughout the year. So we did receive a grant from the city of Everett. So this summer we are offering some free dance classes on Thursdays. We have classes for 3-year-olds up to adult classes. We have low enrollment in the free teen classes. So if you're a teen between ages 12 and 19 and you want to take some free classes, those have a lot of space in it. And we have some free camps for preschoolers too. We have our Nutcracker auditions in September. We do a big production in December. Last year we were able to give away 400 free tickets to community members. So we're hoping to give those out too. So even if you can't audition or you want to come see a show, that would be in December. And I think, yeah, that might be it for now.
No, that's so much. That's amazing. I love that. 400 tickets. That's so incredible.
Yes, we definitely want dance and performances to be accessible. So by offering the free tickets, we are able to provide a lot of families a holiday experience. And I think, especially with the pandemic and wanting to get out of the house and seeing the arts, this is helpful. Also, for if you have like a bunch of grandkids and you want a whole fun night out, this is a really great opportunity.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's so wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me today
Yeah.
and sharing a little bit about yourself. We are going to pop links to some of the resources that were shared here today down in the description below. And if you liked what you saw here today, you can go ahead and like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Yay. Thank you.